What is up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. We make videos about life and other such wonderful things and our values and all that jazz. Living intentionally, it's in the name. Today I want to talk to you about what it looks like when you're losing yourself in order to find yourself. Oh, well, hi friends. You'll notice I have a fancy new chair. It was a birthday present to myself because I've been playing way too many video games on my couch and I'm old and my neck started to hurt, so here we are. It matches my headphones because I will never not be extremely aesthetic in every choice that I make. And if you've watched my apartment tour videos, I really like blue. So here we are. Yeah, something that I have been pondering as of late is this idea of becoming the kind of person that you want to be. And, you know, this is sort of everything we talk about on the channel, defining your values. And I think that something really interesting about this is as you go through this process and as you understand who you are, you're going to pick up things and then you're going to have to let them go. When I originally started making YouTube videos, I was like, I'm zero waste and I'm gonna do all this stuff. And I was buying like shampoo bars and all kinds of stuff. And really after a while, I realized that that lifestyle did not serve me. It was not making me happy. And there's a bunch of reasons why it wasn't an online space I wanted to exist in anymore. I don't consume zero waste content anymore. It is a very loaded term, and while I try and be as mindful about consumption as I can be, all my tech is secondhand for the most part. But I like soap that smells good, and I want face wash that doesn't make my face feel like an old boot. So here we are, back using packaged goods. But that's something that I picked up that was part of my journey of becoming who I wanted to be that no longer serves me, and I had to let go. And it can be really difficult to let things go when you are on a journey of trying to understand yourself better because you get so excited about this path and you're thinking, oh, like I found what I want to be and what I want to do and what I'm passionate about. And you talk about it and then you have to let it go and it can become kind of embarrassing in a way. It can feel like you don't know what you're talking about. And shocker, you don't. It's going to happen when you're on this journey through life, as you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know anything. It's okay. You can accept that about yourself. You are also going to have to let things about yourself go. And that's not just at the beginning when you start this. You're going to have to let go of the person you were originally, obviously. But you're also going to have to learn to let go of versions of yourself that you built along the way. And that's going to be really difficult because you will have fought so hard for that. And through the last winter, and I've talked about it a number of times on this channel so far, I was on a really odd path for me. And it took me a little while to get to a place where I was feeling good again, and I was having to let go of a version of myself that I thought I was going to be, and I was having to find that new person, and there was a bit of a gap, and I floundered a bit, and I don't have it all figured out because I know nothing. I know nothing. I'm just trying to do my best. I'm trying to encourage others to do their best and get inspired doing that. But you do have to learn to let go of things when they don't serve you, and it goes back to the video I made about boundaries before of setting those boundaries with yourself and recognizing when a hobby or an activity or a cause that you picked up does not serve the kind of person you're trying to be, and it's okay. And you will feel lost doing that. And feeling lost, I think, is the scariest part of all of this because for so long, and you know, this idea of this is what life looks like, and you check the boxes and you go to university and you get married and you have kids and you have the career and you do all this stuff, and more people are realizing that that doesn't serve them. And that's great. It doesn't serve me, not a path that I'm going down anymore. But I was very into it. I was on track to get my master's degree and I was going to go and do all of these things. And I decided, due to like some stuff going on in my personal life and sort of readjusting my values, that I didn't want to do that anymore. And to this day, I am haunted by that decision. I will always wonder if I made the right choice there. But I could always go back and I could do my master's and I could do all of those things, but I realized in the moment that it wasn't right. And I still know that it wasn't right, but I am haunted by that. And we all have sort of an inner monologue of thoughts that are not true, and you know, you're not your thoughts, and all of those self-help topics that we talk about. And to be like very vulnerable here, my inner voice, the thing that I hear most in my brain is everything you're doing is wrong. Every decision you've made is wrong, and you are messing up your entire life. And I hear that constantly in the back of my brain. I'm sure I'm not the only one. And so much of making this content and doing the things that I'm doing is to combat that voice and to understand that I don't have to live up to anyone's expectations other than my own. I cannot ruin my life because it's my life to lead. Am I going down a traditional path? No, I'm 36 years old and I'm single. I don't want to have kids. I don't date. And I'm not particularly career focused. I have a great job. I like what I'm doing, but I don't want to go out and be the best at it. I don't want to become a minister or an assistant minister, like any of those things. I want to just do my job to the point, and I'll level up my career, and I'm going to stop at the point where you're going to call me on a Saturday. Those are my life goals. I want a job that makes enough money to do the things that I want to do, that helps people, and you're not going to call me on the weekends. And that's okay, and I know that about myself now. And it's very interesting talking to coworkers, especially like older people, because they don't have the same attitude towards work. And it's not good or bad, it's just, I think, a difference in how we view the world, especially people younger than me. Careers are not the be-all end-all of who we are. I think a lot of us are rejecting these sort of notions of capitalism and doing more and buying more and acquiring more will fulfill you because, one, the planet can't sustain it, and neither can your soul. So we have to reframe what is important, and there's going to be moments where you feel like you're extremely lost, because I do all the time. But I think these moments of feeling really lost can be really valuable for you. You can take that and realize that in that moment you have the space to decide who you want to be. You have the space to look at it and say, this is what I was doing. That wasn't serving me. Why didn't that serve me? Where do I want to go with it? And you know, it's great. Like, I always love the idea of being the kind of person like sketches or doodles, and I bought sketchbooks and I bought the pencils and I did all this stuff. I don't have the dedication and the passion for sketching and drawing and all of that stuff to really sit down and become the best at it, or even remotely good at it. They're very bad sketches, but you have to decide what's worth your energy, and you will figure that out by doing the things that are not worth it and picking up things and realizing you don't like them. And that's okay. You can just not do things you don't want to do for hobbies. Obviously, you have to pay your taxes and like go to the dentist, but you can pick things up and put them down. It's okay. You are never going to be finished. One, because you're not a self-improvement project. You are a human being and you are growing, but you are not improving and you are not broken now, and there is no version of you that will be the final version of you, hopefully. I hope for myself, I never stop growing and changing. I hope I pick up a hobby at 80 that I fall in love with. I want to just always be picking up new threads and building this like crazy blanket of things that I love about my life, and patching over the things that don't work for me anymore. And I want that so much for you too. So I'll leave you with this. If there are things in your life that make you feel not good about yourself, decide why that is. Is it because you don't enjoy them? Is it because it's something that doesn't serve your values? Is it something that you have to do and you're just gonna have to like knuckle your way through it? Or is it something that you can change right away? You know, you have to decide why it isn't working, and from that moment of deciding why it's not working and what about it you don't like, you can examine what you would like, and you can decide what would work for you and where you do want to go with this. See you this week. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you like the video, please like it. It really does help me out. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I will link my Instagram down below. I do also have a TikTok. It's slightly unhinged. I've now separated like a personal TikTok and then a simply intentional TikTok, and that will become more coherent. And if the blog is updated in the link below, then it is all ready to go. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.